Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Miriam and I will guide you today through this Hatha Yoga class where we are working on creating space in our heart area as well as in our minds to open up for new possibilities. And to create space in our body, in our mind, we need to let go of the old and just release anything which needs to be released. So during the practice today, I invite you, as you inhale, think about something positive you want to invite into your life, and as you breathe out, just let go of whatever needs to be released, of whatever is not longer serving you. Okay, so for the practice today, you just need one yoga block and one small towel about this size. Okay. We will start standing today with a breathing exercise where we breathe in 3 times, moving our arms and exhaling for 1 time. I will demonstrate once from the front, from the side, so you can see, and then we practice together, okay? So it looks like this. We're inhaling, inhale, inhale, and exhale. Yeah, same from the front. We do a couple of rounds. I'll show you from the side as well. When you sit back, really sit on your glutes. Yeah, so don't take so much weight into your knees. Inhale, 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 and exhale. Inhale, 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 and exhale. Okay, let's practice together. Now from here, take your feet hip width apart and remember, breathe out whatever needs to be released. Let go of it. All the stress, all the tension, all the stagnated energy, just let it go. Now inhale, 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 and exhale. In, and exhale. Let it go. In, and exhale. In, and exhale. Inhale, open, inhale, and exhale. One more round. In, and exhale. And inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Hook through your thumbs. Spread your fingers wide. Tailbone is reaching down, navel in and up, and just slightly leaning back. And then exhale, folding forward. Feet hip width apart. You grab your opposite elbow. Thumb is resting in the elbow crease. And then just allow the torso to yield into this pull of gravity. If the hamstrings are very tight, if you have any lower back issues, then bend your knees a little bit. Soften your knees. If you want to have more stretch in the back of your legs, then straighten your legs a little bit more. Allow the torso and the spine to become long. Press the forearms, the elbows closer towards the floor as you gently sway from side to side. Decompressing the lower back, lengthening the spine. Keep your neck long and relaxed. Crown of the head is reaching down. Now from here, take the hands to the floor. Now walk your feet together. And then from here, so we want to lift your heels. We will stretch our toes and shoulders at the same time. So you lift your heels, you take the knees to the ground, and you just simply sit on your heels. If you find this is too much for your toes, for the ball of your feet, then you just come up into a kneeling position, okay? That's fine as well. But we want to stretch a little bit the sole of the feet and the toes. So sitting back, sit upright. Now taking the arms out to the side, fingertips on the shoulders. And then from here, taking the elbows to the front, brushing the sides of the body, lubricating the shoulders, the shoulder joints. And then change direction. Good. Maybe you feel it already a little bit in your toes, that's okay. We're coming up now, inhale. Now take your hands to your hips, open your knees hip width apart, and then we're taking the right leg out to the side. So the heel is in line here with your knee, toes facing forward, and you press the outer edge of the foot firmly into the ground. Now pull your navel in and up, keep your spine long, your core engaged, lengthen through the lower back, tailbone is reaching down. Now taking the arms out to the side, inhale, lengthen your spine. Left palm up, and then from here we are bending over towards the right side. We want to create a little bit more space here also on the side of the body, the rib cage, bringing the bicep closer towards your face. Reach out through your fingers. Hips moving slightly forward, tailbone down. You can look up into your elbow here, or you look forward, or if it's too much for the neck, maybe even down. Being here for another 3, reach out, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming back up. Take the hands here to your hips, and then you bring the knee back. Let's do everything on the other side. So take your left leg out to the side, same thing, toes are facing forward. Now again, tailbone down, navel in and up, lengthen through the lower back. Take the arms out to the side, flip your right palm up, and then exhale, you're bending over towards the left side. So move your hips slightly forward. Feel that pulling sensation here from your hip all the way up your waist to your rib cage, and then spin your chest up towards the sky. Breathing into the tension you feel with the exhalation, allow some of the tension to melt away. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, slowly inhale, coming up, taking the arm down. Bring your knees back together. From here, you release top of the feet down, and we're sitting back on our heels. If this is a problem with your knees and your ankles, you just simply take the block and you sit here on the block, okay? Also, if you have stiff shoulders, have your towel ready. So we want to interlace the fingers behind our back with the thumbs crossed and the index finger released. So you want to just try for now to straighten your arms, to broaden across your chest, to lift your sternum, to squeeze the muscles here between your shoulder blades. Yeah, if you find yourself here, this is very challenging for you, then you use here your little towel with the palms facing down, knuckles away from you, so you have a little bit more freedom. The arms should be straight. So with the towel or with your hands interlaced, thumbs crossed, release index finger. Imagine there's a string attached on your sternum and someone is pulling you up. So you really want to open through your chest. You want to squeeze the muscles here on the upper chest. Maybe some of you are able to come into a bit of a deeper back bend and bring the fingertips towards the ground. Just be here for another 5, 4, keep gazing up to the edge of the ceiling, 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, lean forward, keep your hands like this, tuck the toes under, and then from here, feet hip width apart, you're coming into a forward fold. Same if you work with a towel. Now bounce your arms a little bit, up and down, keep your neck, your head completely relaxed. Now you can even move your head slightly from side to side. Now also move your arms from side to side, loosen up in your shoulders. And then reach your arms full extension over your head and look to the right. Inhale, center, look to the left. One more time, inhale, center, look to the right. Inhale, center, exhale, look to the left. Good, and then slowly you lower your hands first towards your sacrum, you bend your knees, you lift through your chest, you hinge up from your hips, you release your hands. Inhale, reaching up, tailbone down, slightly leaning back, and then exhale, taking the hands to heart center. Now from here, bring your feet together, big toes are touching, and then we're lifting the heels. Be careful with your knees with this one. You press the palms against each other, elbows out to the side, squeeze the inner ankles towards the midline. And then slowly, gazing in front of you, you come all the way down, sitting onto your heels. So your shoulders want to be above your hips, your thighs are parallel towards the floor, and you just balance here on the balls of your feet. Just taking a few deep breaths into your heart center. Now, if you like, you can even try to close your eyes and see if you can hold the balance. Just another 5, Keep your face soft. 4, 3, 2. Squeeze your inner ankles towards the midline. And 1. Exhale. Take the hands to the ground. And then from here, we come back into our first downward facing dog. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Your fingers are spread wide. Feet about hip width apart. Now, if you feel a bit stuck in your shoulders, you also can open your hands a little bit wider. Now, keep pushing the mat, the floor, away from you. As you lengthen your spine, just paddle your feet. Take your dog for a walk. Move your head from side to side. Release any tension here from your neck. And then you lift both heels high up. You reach the sit bones up. You press the floor away. Now bend your knees and look forward between your hands. If this is too much for your neck, then just look down towards the floor. Press your belly towards your thighs, your sit bones up towards the sky, extending your thoracic spine. Just for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. Good. Now from here, with an inhale, you lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, you bring knee towards the nose, shoulders above the wrist. Core contraction. Now inhale, you open up again. And then exhale, slowly, right foot forward between your hands, come onto your fingertips. Now wiggle your left foot a little bit further back, so you want to lengthen through your back leg. Gaze in front of you, and then just wiggle a little bit to the front, to the back. Just loosen up your hip. And then bounce a bit up and down. Feeling into your groin, into your hip flexor. And then wiggle your left foot even further back, take the knee to the ground. And then inhale from here, come more onto your fingertips and you start to lift your chest. Take the chin away from the chest, just look straight ahead in front of you. Now you keep your hips pressing down and forward. Resist with your front foot into the floor as you inhale, come up. Hook your thumbs, your fingers are spreading wide. You're resisting here with your thumbs, shoulders away from the ears, peeling the navel here away from your thigh bone. And then slightly leaning back. Tailbone is reaching towards your back knee. Make sure front knees are collapsing inside, so pressing the front knee slightly out to the side. Big toe is pressing down into the earth. So open the entire front line of the body. Open your heart, your chest. Every exhale is an opportunity to let go of something you don't need. Every inhale inviting something new. And then from here, you open towards the right side and you take your right hand here onto your left thigh and reach the left arm over your head, bicep close to your face. Last 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. Taking the hands to the ground. From here, step back into downward facing dog. Now inhale, come forward into a plank position, shoulders above the wrist. Taking knees to the ground. Now look forward, tilt your pelvis forward, squeeze the elbows in, lower your chest between your hands, chin on the floor. Now you release your toes, you press the hands into the floor, you lift your chest and you slide yourself through to just a baby cobra. Lengthen through your inner ankles, elbows pointing towards the back of the room, chin slightly down, and then roll your shoulders back. Focus on broadening across your chest and your heart center. Exhale, slowly coming down. Inhale up, exhale, we're coming back to our downward facing dog. From here, inhale, we are lifting through the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulder above the wrist, navel in round your spine. And again, reach the leg back. And exhale, we are stepping the foot all the way forward between the hands. Come onto your fingertips. Wiggle the foot, the right foot, a little bit further back. Now, same thing. We are shifting the weight a little bit back and forward, back and forward. Try to lengthen through your spine. And also bouncing a bit up and down, up and down. Okay, now drop your back knee. The knee is behind the hip. Hips coming down and forward. Come higher up onto your fingertips and lift your sternum, chin away from the chest, and move your shoulders away from the ears. Just feel more stretch now here through the front of your right hip. Good, and then keep the hips pressing down and forward as you come up. Hook your thumbs, reach the arms up and back. Bicep next to the ears. Peel the navel away from your thigh bone, tailbone down. Reach the arms up and back at the same time. Avoid creating tension in your shoulders and in your neck. Opening the front line of your body. Breathe. Tailbone down. Slight squeeze in your hip. Good, and then exhale. We are opening towards the left side, palms facing to the left, and then you take your hand here on your back thigh and reach the front arm over your head. Beautiful. Just 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, taking the hands all the way to the ground. From here, you take your right foot forward to meet the left. Take your feet together, big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Take your hands to your shin bones and inhale. Allow your heart to shine forward, lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, fingertips in line with your toes, folding forward. If your hamstrings are tight, you bend your knees, forehead to shin bones. Again, inhale, lengthen through your spine, tailbone reaching back, heart and crown of the head forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, warming up the spine and the hamstrings. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, lengthen through your spine, open your feet, hip width apart, fingertips on the floor, and then exhale. Sit back on your glutes. Now lengthen your spine, pull your knees back. Knees are still in line with your ankles. Sit down a little bit lower, come up higher on your fingertips. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, maybe lifting the arms, 2, and 1. Good. Now strong feet, strong legs, press them into the floor and inhale, come all the way up. Again, tailbone down, lift your sternum, slide back, bend here. Exhale, taking the hands to heart center. Come again to the front of your mat, big toes touching each other. Now from here, inhale, you lift your arms. If you wish to slide back, bend, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, looking forward. Exhale, fingertips on the ground, right foot long step back. Taking the knee to the ground, untuck your toes. Inhale, coming up. Now hook your thumbs like we did before. Spread your fingers, shoulders down, bicep next to the ears. Exhale, taking hands down, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, coming into plank position, shoulders above the wrist. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, squeeze the elbows in, bum up in the air. And then inhale, snail yourself to a cobra. And exhale, coming back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting now the right leg up. Exhale, stepping the right foot forward between the hands. Now wiggle left foot back, knee down, hips coming down and forward. Inhale, we are lifting the arms. This time exhale, you take your arms behind your back. Now, as we did in the beginning of the class, you interlace your fingers, thumbs are crossed, index finger, releasing again. If this is difficult, you use your little towel, and then roll your shoulders back, squeeze the muscles on the upper back, reach the index finger down, and allow to get pulled up by the string here on your chest, on your heart center. With every exhale, maybe sinking a little bit deeper into your hip. Don't let go of your core. Navel is still pulling in and up. Fingers reaching down, heart is reaching up. And then from here you release, taking the hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes under, left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Press the feet into the ground. Inhale, hinge from the hips, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do the same on the other side. Inhale, we are lifting the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fingertips on the floor. Long step back with your left foot. Taking the knee down towards the ground, untucking the toes. Inhale, lifting the arms. Hook your thumbs. Reach the arms back. Squeeze a little bit through your inner thighs. Shoulder blades moving down. Gazing to the edge of the ceiling. Exhale, taking the hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Keep pulling the navel in, shoulders above the wrist. Now from here again, knees, chest, chin. Squeeze the elbows in. Release your toes and then slide forward. Baby cobra or maybe full cobra stretch. But focus on rolling the shoulders back, squeezing the elbows in, lengthening through the inner ankles. Exhale, slowly coming down. Inhale up. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the left leg up. Exhale, stepping left foot forward between the hands. Right knee down, release the toes. Inhale, we're lifting. From here, exhale. Again, interlace the fingers, thumbs across, release the index finger. Pull the index finger down, lift your heart. Open the congested heart area. Take a few nice deep breaths here into your heart, creating space. Okay, and then slowly release. Take the hands to the ground. From here you step your right foot forwards to meet the left. And then you're taking a deep breath in, lengthening the spine, and then exhale, folding forward. Press the feet into the ground, hinge from your hips, inhale, come all the way up. Slide back bend if you wish to, exhale, taking the hands to heart center. Now from here, close your eyes just for a few breaths. Center yourself again, find your breath. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. Soften your face, your neck, your shoulders. And connect to your body and your breath. You always want to be connected. And exhale, slowly open your eyes. So from here, you lift your heels. And then very slowly, you come all the way down, sitting on your heels. We have been here before. So thighs parallel towards the floor. Keep your chest lifted, elbows out to the side. This time we want to add a twist here. So you try to keep your pelvis and the legs as stable as you can, so not moving to the side. Squeeze through your inner thighs. And then from here, take a deep breath in and exhale, we're twisting to the right. So you can use your right hand to push the thigh away, to bring here your elbow and tricep to the outside of your thigh. Now you bring the palms together, fingertips facing forward and right elbow up. Now press the palms against each other. So you want to broaden across your chest, you want to create space here. You twist from the center of your body. You need to press the palms firmly. Use your elbow here as a lever on the outer thigh. Being here for another 3. Think about a little cobra in your upper back. Lengthen the spine, 2 and 1. Come back to center. Now from here, doing the same to the other side. Now you can use your left hand, push the thigh away, maybe lifting the arm first to create even more space. And then taking the elbow to the side, palms together, twisting to the left side. So the thumbs want to be at heart center. Press the palms against each other. Feel the natural bringing out of your spine. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Come back to center. Take the hands to the floor. Release your legs. Now open your feet, hip width apart. So opening the back of the knees. Now you use your middle and your index finger, your peace fingers, and make a sling around here your big toe, and you step with your big toe here onto the middle and index finger. I don't want to see any flying toes here, okay? So the toes, the big toes are stepping onto the fingers. For Padangusthasana, you take a deep breath in, you lengthen your spine, you look forward, and then exhale, you fold forward, take the elbows out to the side, crown of the head is reaching down, your neck long. So widen through your sit bones and reach your inner thighs here to the wall behind you. Shift your weight a little bit forward, pull on your toes stepping onto your fingers, shoulder blades moving up towards your hips, opening through the back of your legs. If this is challenging for you, maybe you have your knees bent, that's okay. Last 5, pull the navel in and up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take a deep breath in, lengthen, and then from here you just walk, 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 and come back into your downward facing dog. I'm going to stay 5 deep breaths in your downward facing dog. Maybe you want to breathe out through your mouth. Just letting go of any stagnated energy. Deep breath in. Breathing out through your mouth. Last 2 deep breaths. Okay. Now from here, with an inhale, you lift your right leg up. And then exhale, this time right knee to left elbow, twist, shoulders above the wrist. Now inhale, lift your right leg, look forward, and exhale, we are stepping the right foot between the hands. This time we prepare to come up into a warrior 2 pose. So you spin your back heel down, heels are in line, or front heel is in line with the inner arch of the back foot. So make sure you have a wide stance. And then reach your left arm forward, and then we are opening into our warrior 2 pose. So reach out through your fingers, gaze to the front, sink down a little bit deeper, front knees above the ankle, navel in and up, and your tailbone is reaching towards your back heel. Again, create space here on your chest as you reach the fingers out to each side. And then inhale, roll your shoulders up. And exhale, back and down. Squeeze the muscles here underneath your armpits. Now from here, front palm up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, one more time. You bend a little bit more into your front knee. And then we're coming into a reversed warrior. Reaching the arm here over the head. Bend a little bit more into your front knee. Feel the stretch on your side body. Inhale, we are coming back up. Now from here, you pivot on your back foot, coming into a high lunge position. So make sure that the feet are following the line of your hip, the back heel is lifted. If you need to adjust a little bit, please take this time so you have a proper stance, you have a good foundation and feel stable. Now from here, with the arms up, you take your hands behind you, you interlace your fingers, thumbs across, you release the index finger. Same thing, maybe you feel a little bit more open in your shoulders now. Take your shoulders up, back and down, and lift your sternum and reach here, the index finger down towards the floor. Tailbone reaching down, keep the chest lifted. There's no need to throw your head back, just gaze to the edge of the ceiling. Take one more deep breath in, and then exhale, you fold forward. Crown of the head is moving towards the floor, and your right shoulder is brushing the inside of the knee. Reach your arms over your head. One more deep breath here. Then you press your front foot into the ground, slowly, slowly come up. From here, a little step in. You keep your hands as they are, or you can also cross here if you like, the index fingers. Squeeze the upper back. Now we're transitioning into a warrior 3. So make sure front foot, toes are spreaded, big toe is rooting down into the earth. And then from here, we're shifting our weight into the front foot, we're lifting our back leg up. So point your foot and lift the leg a little bit higher than your hip. Reach your knuckles back towards your foot, squeeze through your inner thighs. So the back muscles are working here. We are a little bit more in a back bend here. Left hip slightly down. One more breath. And then very slowly we're transitioning, bringing the left leg forward. You interlace the fingers here around your shin bone, lift the knee up, roll your shoulders down. Try to be strong in your standing leg. So the standing leg is pressing firmly into the ground. Then from here, listen, you take your right hand into your hip, left hand is gliding down your shin bone, you find your ankle, and then knees, inner thighs touching each other. Now from here again, tailbone is reaching down, you keep your chest lifted. From here we're coming into a balance and also into a back bend, into dancer pose. So you lift your right arm and then very slowly, so make sure the knees not going out towards the side. You slowly with control start to lean forward, and at the same time you press your ankle here into your left hand. Gaze in front of you on the floor to keep the balance. Feel the opening also through your left shoulder. Standing leg strong. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly coming back up. Now you take both hands into your hip and you take the left leg forward. Now use your core, use your hip flexor. Press out through your heel for 5, 4, stand up straight. 3, 2, and 1. Now, left ankle resting here on your right thigh. So coming into kind of a figure 4 pose. The foot is flexed. Keep the foot flexed to protect the knee. What we want to do here now is we want to sit the hips back. So imagine there is a chair behind you. You take your hands, right hand onto the foot, left hand onto the knee. Slowly, maybe pressing the knee down, but be careful with your knee and sitting back and lengthening the spine forward so you feel a nice stretch here in your glute. Coming down lower and lower and lower, sitting back, keeping the chest lifted, chin away from the chest. Breathe. And then slowly, we're transitioning to the floor. Now you need to lean into your hands, so fingertips onto the floor. Now from here, you transition your weight forward. You have the heel here on the ground. So we stretched our toes already. So you sit basically on your heel. So butt cheeks on the right and the left side. The heel is between the butt cheeks. And then you ground down through your left front foot. This is a bit tricky, you hold the balance, okay? So start here with your fingertips on the floor and knees pointing up towards the ceiling. Now from here we try to lift our hands, interlace the fingers, thumbs crossed, index finger down, and open through our chest. Just for 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Now from here, lean forward, release your toes, and then slide your toes to the left so you can sit down. Here, make sure you're not sitting on your foot for a spinal twist, Adho Matsyendrasana. So ground down through your front foot, your knee is facing up, you're not sitting on your foot. Now, if this is very challenging for you, you could straighten out also your lower leg, okay? It's a bit easier. And then from here you hold through your shin bone and you inhale, lengthen the spine, crown of the head is lifting. And then exhale, you twist open towards here, the left side. Now hug your knee in, so the knee is here in your elbow crease, and take here your hand to your heart. And then place the fingers of your left hand behind you, fingertips pressing into the ground. Now if you can go a little bit further, then you also can take your elbow, your tricep to the outside. Have your hand here on your heart. Just close your eyes for a moment. With every inhale, you lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Look over your shoulder, to the back of the room. Take a few deep breaths again into your heart. Maybe you can feel and hear your own heartbeat. Keep your spine long as you press the fingertips into the ground. With every exhale, you twist a little bit deeper. One more deep breath. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale slowly, coming back. Now from here we come back into our downward facing dog, and then we do the whole sequence on the other side. So slowly take the hands to the ground, find your way back into your downward facing dog. You can shake your feet out a little bit. That's it. But from here, inhale, we are lifting the left leg up, and then exhale, bringing the left knee to the right elbow, twist, shoulder above the wrist, and then we are coming back, extend the leg, and then from here, left foot forward between the hands. Remember, we're coming into a warrior two, you need a long stance. So you spin your back heel here down towards the ground, and the heel, front heel lines up with back heel or back inner arch, back toes are slightly turned in, and then you windmill, your arms open into your warrior two pose. So with an exhale, sit down a little bit deeper, front knees above the ankle, make sure the knee is not going inside. So imagine someone has a hand here and you press your knee a little bit out. Navel in and up, press your back heel firmly into the ground, stretch out through your fingers. Now inhale, lift your shoulders, and exhale, roll them back and down, firm the muscles underneath your armpits. From here, front palm up, sit down a little bit deeper, and then from here we are coming into our reverse warrior, bringing bicep close to the face, reaching the arm over the head. Sink down a little bit deeper into your hip, don't let go of your core. And then inhale, we are coming back up. Now from here, we transition to our high lunge. So we need to pivot our back foot. You can step in a little bit. And again, readjust your feet. So the feet are following the line of your hip. Back heel is lifted here. And then we're lifting the arms up. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Zip up your lower belly. And then take your arms behind your back, interlace the fingers, release index finger, thumbs across. Inhale, lift your sternum, reach the fingertips down, open through your chest. And then exhale, we're falling forward, crown of the head, coming closer towards the floor. Left shoulder on the inside, here of your left knee. Reach the arms over your head, sink down a little bit deeper into your hip. Yeah, so hip opener and shoulder opener at the same time. Now you resist with your front foot more and more into the ground to slowly find your way back up. Step in a little bit. You can cross now, index finger, roll your shoulders back. Make sure front toes, spread them, ground down through your big toe as we slowly transition into our warrior three pose. Now from here you want to point your back foot. You want to arch the spine, squeeze through your inner thighs, extend through your big toe, reach your heart forward, reach the knuckles back towards your foot. So you're on a slight back bend here for last 3, 2, and 1. Now slowly coming up, interlace the fingers around your shin bone, and we're lifting the knee all the way up. So make sure you're not bending through your standing leg and that you lean back. So the foot has to press into the ground. You lift the knee, roll your shoulders back. And then left hand into your hip, right hand is gliding down, finding your ankle. Knees, inner thighs touching. Now here, take the arch out of your spine as you reach the tailbone a little bit down to lengthen through your lower back. Lift your left arm, preparing for our dancer pose. And then slowly, we are leaning forward. And we're lifting the leg up. So you need to press your ankle into your hand. Lift your arm, make sure right knee is not going out to the side. Standing leg is strong and steady. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly coming up. Taking the hands to the hips. Right leg forward. Navel in and up, use your core, your hip flexor, press out here through your heel for just 3, 2, and 1. Good. Right ankle on top of the left thigh, keep your foot flexed. And then he's sitting back. So move your hips back, 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 back. Right hand on the knee, left hand on your foot. Feel the stretch here on your glute, in your buttocks. Keep your spine long, so avoid the hunching. chin away from the chest. Sit down lower and lower. If you can, press the knee slightly down, but be careful with your knee. Find your breath. And then you take your fingertips to the ground. You need to lean forward, walk forward a little bit. Back toes are still tucked under. Then from here, front foot, ground the sole of the foot. Back heel is lifted. And then position here your heel between your butt cheeks. So again, take a moment to find your balance. And I know this one is not easy, okay? So if really your foot is bothering you, then just release the top of the foot. And we just try to balance here. To lace the fingers, open through your chest. Sternum reaching up, index finger down for just 3, 2, focus, and 1. Lean forward, release the top of the foot, slide your foot to the right, and sit down. Wiggle a little bit to the side, knee is pointing up, ground down through your foot, hold on your shin bone to inhale, lengthen your spine first, and then exhale, we're twisting open to the right. Option 1, you just hug here your knee and your thigh in, like this, or if you can go a little bit deeper, maybe elbow, tricep to the outside, take your hand to your heart. Fingertips behind you. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, and then exhale, twist a little bit deeper. If you like, maybe close your eyes just for a few breaths. Breathing into your chest, to your heart, just bringing out your spine with each exhale. One more deep breath, elongate your spine, crown lifting, and then exhale, slowly turn your head forward, and then the rest of the body. Good. Now from here, you uncross your legs, and you find your way back to a downward facing dog. Deep breath in, long breath out through the mouth. Release your jaw, relax your face. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, just let go what is bothering you. Good. Inhale, look forward. Now shift your weight forward into a plank pose, shoulders above the wrist. And from here, you pull the navel in, push the floor away, broaden through your upper back, push the heels back, fire up your legs as you lift the kneecaps. Just holding here for 5, 4, avoid dropping your head, 3, 2, lift through your armpits, and 1. Take your knees down, exhale on a count of 5, you're transitioning to the floor, squeeze the elbows in. 5, 4, you can do this, 3, 2, and well done, all the way down to the floor. So from here, we need the little towel again. So you take your towel, you hold the towel about shoulder width apart. If you're very flexible in your shoulders, you also can bring the little fingers to touch, okay? That's up to you. Now your feet can be closed, or if you have any lower back issues, you can also open your feet a little bit, because as we have the feet closed, you will feel more compression in your sacroiliac joint and lumbar region, so you can open your feet, feel free to do so. Now press the pubic bone into the mat so you feel a slight squeeze in your hip. Now you reach your arms back, so knuckles facing away, palms down. And then from here, inhale, lift your chest first, roll your shoulders back, reach the knuckles back towards your feet. And then from here, you lift your feet off the floor and reach your arms back, chin slightly down, neck long, strengthening the muscles along your spine, in your lower back, your glutes, your hamstrings for 5. Keep on breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, slowly coming down. Doing one more here, have your chin on the floor. Now from here, if you need to, you can take your hands a little bit wider. You lift your arms. Now look to the right. Move your arms slightly towards the left, so you pull a little bit with your left hand. Just for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center, look to the left, Pull your arm towards the right. Just for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back to center. Exhale. Lower your arms. Allow your shoulders to rest. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Come up and then rest in child's pose. Take your arms next towards your body, palms facing up. Forehead is resting on the mat. Releasing of stagnation on multiple levels, physically, mentally, emotionally. Allow your shoulders to relax. Your lower back to decompress. And then inhale, slowly come back up to sitting. Now from here, come up onto your knees. If you have sensitive knees, you can fold your little towel, maybe as a little cushion here underneath your knees. Keep the toes tucked under. So we're coming into one more back bend called Ustrasana. And when we have the toes tucked under, you just simply have a little bit more height to reach your ankles here. So in the back bend, you want to lengthen your lower back. That means you need to reach the tailbone down and your pubic bone is moving here up towards your navel. So again, you don't want to let go of your belly or your core. Remember the string we have attached here on our sternum, so someone is pulling you up on this string, so you want to broaden across your chest. The back bend is more coming from your thoracic spine, so think not to just back bend from here, try to back bend from the thoracic spine. So take your hands here on your sacrum, fingers facing down, squeeze your elbows in, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, hips slightly forward, and then you start to lean back. So make sure you're not sitting back, the hips stay forward. Chest is lifting, squeeze the elbows. Option 1, you just stay here maybe today. Option 2, you take your hands here towards your feet with the thumbs outside and the fingers inside. Now move your hips forward, squeeze a little bit through your inner thighs. Lift through your chest, your sternum. With every inhale, allow your body to expand outwards in each direction. With every exhale, just soften your heart. Now you can look to the front or you can carefully take your head back. Just last 3. Squeeze the muscles in your upper back, 2. And 1. Without any jerky movements, take the hands to the hips, release your toes, sit down. Just sit down, rest your hands here on your thighs, allow the spine to neutralize for a moment. We will do one more round, a little variation here. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, come back up, tuck your toes under one more time. And from here, so again, you can repeat also just this option here, totally fine. If you could reach your heels, then this time, so tailbone again, reaching down, sternum is lifting, you lean back, and then you take just your right hand, thumb outside, fingers inside towards your right heel, and you lift the left arm up. Slightly move the hips forward, keep your chest lifted, squeeze through your inner thighs. Just staying here for 3, 2, 1, slowly lifting the right arm, changing, left hand down. Again, move the hips forward, reach the arm over your head. Make sure the heel's not going out towards the side. Squeeze them a little bit towards the midline for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming up, exhale, sitting down. Again, allow the spine to neutralize. Take a few deep breaths here. And exhale, if your eyes are closed, blink them open, remove the towel. Take the fingertips to the floor. And we're just coming into standing forward fold, just very gently, again swaying from side to side. Allow the upper body to just drain into the traction, yielding into this pull of gravity. releasing the lower back, swaying from side to side. Feel your weight evenly distributed on your feet. Deep breath. Okay, and then take the hands to the ground. Exhale, slowly, slowly. Sit all the way down. Now from here, take a block. I'll be doing some counter postures to also strengthen our core. We did a lot of back bends today. So just lie down on your back and lift your hips as you press the feet down. And then you take your block underneath your sacrum. Place it here. And the hands are holding here the sides of the block. So you hold the block, okay, with your hands. Now from here, you take your legs up to a 90-degree level. Try to straighten your legs as much as you can. Open the back of the knees here and flex your toes pulling towards your shin bone, heels are reaching up. Now from here, with an exhale, so you keep pulling the navel in, don't let go of your core. With an exhale, you lower your legs. If you lose your core, then don't lower your legs so far. And then inhale, coming back up without any swinging, with control, okay? Exhale. And inhale up. Exhale. And inhale, coming back up. Exhale. Controlled. Squeeze through your inner legs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more. Exhale. Inhale up. Now from here we're doing a little experiment. So exhale. We will lower the legs. Now from here you lift your chest. You try to find the momentum. So your sacrum is resting on the block. Squeeze through your inner thighs, now reaching the arms forward. Just balancing on the block. Strong core. Reach the fingers forward. Squeeze through your inner thighs. For 5, you can do this. Lengthen through your inner ankles. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, controlled. Find your block. Lie down. Inhale, take the legs up. Good. And exhale, bend your knees, take the feet onto the ground. And just rest here for 2-3 breaths. Trust the weight of your pelvis just into the block. Relax your arms. Find your breath again. And then inhale, lift your hips, slide the block out to the side. Now from here, hug your knees in, rock a little bit from side to side, massage out your lower back. And then inhale, lift head and shoulders. And now from here, try to reach your ankles, but not holding your ankles. Again, strengthening the core. So crunch up, chin away from the chest a little bit. Look at your feet for 5, 4, 3. Come up a little bit higher. 2, and 1. Exhale. Option 1, just hugging the knees in. Maybe open the knees a little bit, rocking from side to side. Or if you can, coming into happy baby, holding outer or inner edges of the feet. Your feet, your knees are wider than your body, your ankles are staggered above your knees, and you pull on your feet so that the thighs and the knees coming closer towards the floor. So you try with every exhale to flatten your shoulder blades more and more towards the ground. Feel your lower back on the ground, pressing into the earth. If you like, rock from side to side, releasing tension from your lower back and through the inner lines of the legs and the groins as well. Good. And then slowly release. From here, you stretch your left leg out. Just hug the right knee into your chest. Take the right arm out to the side on shoulder height. Now take the left hand across to the outside of the knee. Shift your hips to the right hand side of the mat. Lower the knee to the left. Yeah, you can slightly press with your hand down, but there's no need that the knee is touching the floor. Focus more that both shoulders, especially the right shoulder, stays on the ground. And then inhale, you lift your head, exhale. Turn your head to the right, looking towards your right hand. If this is uncomfortable for your neck, you can also gaze up to the ceiling. We just want to release a little bit of tension from lower back, sacroiliac joint. Deep breath in, long breath out. Keep your belly soft as you're breathing. And inhale, come back to center. Now left knee in. Take the left arm out to the side, shift your hips to the left, lower your knee to the right. Lift your head, and then look towards your left hand. Again, you can guide your knee down to deepen the twist, but pressing at the same time your left shoulder down. And inhale, coming up, and then from here, just resting Shavasana, so you can use your little towel as you fold it thick, maybe as a slight support underneath the back of your head, or if you wish to, if it's bright in your room, you can cover here your eyes with the towel, allow the feet to fall out to either side, arms are resting on the floor next towards your body with the palms facing up. If your lower back feels tender today, because we did a lot of back bends, you can also rest in Shavasana, in a short Shavasana with your knees bent, with the feet on the ground. Maybe open your feet mat width apart, allowing the knees and inner thighs to touch, but there's no effort in holding up your legs. And take a deep breath in through your nose, and a long breath out through your mouth. Remember, you need to let go of the old, of what is not longer serving you, if you want to create more space in your body and in your mind. Just allow the body now to become heavy, letting go of all effort. Just allow the body to release and relax. Breath, be calm and regular, flowing through your entire body. And begin to deepen your breath, to wiggle your fingers and your toes if you like, maybe stretching your arms over your head if you like, maybe yawn. Oh, and then from here, take your knees into your chest. Roll over towards your side, slowly with the help of your hand, find your way back up to sitting. And take your left hand here to your heart center, right hand on top. And as you do so, offering some gratitude for yourself, for showing up on the mat today, for joining me for this practice today, and for all your efforts. And maybe you can feel now the breath flowing through your body with a little bit more ease. Namaste, everyone.